Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Raila Odinga supporters are expressing mixed reaction on the current strategy Raila Odinga is advancing as of late. We have those who believe that Raila Odinga should hide, allow William Ruto to make mistakes, then strategize and then strike when least is expected of him. But again, we have the other group that believe that Ruto should not be given a space to breathe, because Ruto is a kind of a person who shamelessly causes serious destruction to poor and defenseless people. And again, they believe that Ruto even never gave chance to Uhuru Kenyatta. He started campaigning from the first day Uhuru took over office. So he should be treated in the equal measures. I don't know your views, but you can tell me in the comment section, what should Raila Odinga do? Is he doing the right thing as of now, or he need to change the strategy and approach to the current politics? Because remember, politics is a career, and that is the line Raila Odinga chose. And of course, it's also a calling. People have a calling in politics. Now, yesterday Raila Odinga appeared, and it's like Raila has come to do two things. Two things are coming out clear. Number one, Raila is coming out strong to defend those officers who are working closely with the retired President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Kinoti being the front person.
Ruto's grudge against George Kinoti and the DCI started way before the elections. Ruto appears to believe that the coming of the DCI, of the UDI regime, is a perfect mandate for him to punish the officers he long had a grudge against. We are here to say no. We oppose that attempt to sacrifice state officers who, in the line of duty, may have rubbed politicians the wrong way and who are now being selectively punished for having done their job.
Now, Uhuru Kenyatta has never resigned or handed over Jubilee party leadership into another person. He is still the party leader of Jubilee, and of course, he is still in Azimio la Umoja. So definitely, what Raila Odinga was speaking about to some extent, it might have the blessing of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Raila, in one way or another, is also just coming out to also defend Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But why? The reason here is very simple. There is a new narrative that William Samoei Ruto is trying to advance in this country. Ruto is speaking like someone who has just appeared from heaven, like a man who has never been there in the just immediate regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. He behaves like someone who has never been closer to power in this country when it comes to the issue of serving justice to the families who have lost their loved one through forceful disappearance. Ruto is approaching this issue as a man who seemingly has clean hands. And that advancement is gaining momentum in this country. We have so many people who are now supporting the position William Ruto is taking as of late, because he's talking about stopping the killing of Kenyans, forceful disappearance, and the mistreat of Kenyans at large by the special unit officers in this country. But what Kenyans are forgetting is that Ruto just served in the immediate regime here. And Raila Odinga is coming out to counter that narrative, so that Ruto will not be seen as a clean man when he's talking about the issue of forceful disappearance. So that now Kenyans will understand. And that alone is enough to stop the perception that Ruto wants to create in this country as a clean man who who definitely has come out as a savior of the people who have suffered through these things. So people will understand the clear picture of William Samoei Ruto. That is something that is coming out very clear in the press briefing that Raila Odinga had. And as we continue with this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and they are yet to subscribe, my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers, anyone who dropped comment, everyone who has joined channel membership, and all people who have been super chatting us in our premiere, thank you so much for always supporting us. And again, give this video a thumbs up. Back to our discussion. Raila, definitely, after this press briefing, many Kenyans have been reminded who William Samoei Ruto is, so that they don't see him as a holy or a clean person, because he has gone to an extent of mentioning and even linking some of the people who have been disappeared in this country in the same manner. He's talking about the issue of Christopher Koech, who was found lying in Shivuli Market, a teacher by the way, who was linked to ICC case, and he was supposed to testify on lawyer Kimani, who just also died. Hata ya Kimani tutasema aje? Hiyo tutasema aje? Uhuru hakuwa kwa ofisi. People like Meshak Yabei, who was also was found in Zamo National Park. He was also linked to ICC case, of course. He talked about the issue of journalist John Kitui, who also was killed for reporting on the death of witnesses who were supposed to testify in the at ICC cases. So many people, you are talking about Musando Kenei, a police officer, and so many people. He has mentioned all those names. And we know people who had a case at ICC, those who were acquitted, those whose case were pending. So that alone, also, it is again bringing back the ghost of ICC in the office of President William Samoei Ruto. Listen to Raila Odinga shortly.
The vigorous search to establish the truth behind their disappearance and death of tens of Kenyans, including the following: Sergeant Kipyegon Kenei, the administration police officer, went missing just when he was supposed to accompany his colleagues to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations to record a statement in the 39.5 billion shillings fake arms probe that involved the office of the Deputy President when Ruto was serving in that capacity. B. Mr. Christopher Koech, who taught at Kaunga Primary School in Mumias, who was later found lying on the side of a road near Shibuli Market with foam in his mouth and was sweating profusely. He was linked to the ICC case. At one time, he was under witness protection and even sought refuge in a neighboring country. Mr. Koech was to travel to The Hague to testify in lawyer Paul Gicheru's ICC case. Meshak Yebei, whose mutilated body was found in Tsavo National Park, some 600 miles or kilometers from the Eldoret where he had disappeared. He too was linked to the ICC cases. D. Journalist John Kitui was allegedly killed for his reporting on the death of a witness in the ICC proceedings. E. Journalist Walter Osapiri Baraza.
So inasmuch if Kenyans need to be served with justice for those who lost their beloved ones, then this justice should not be just selective. Let it be across everyone and not selective and a vindicative act that Ruto is advancing as of now. Because now we are seeing some people who are being pardoned, and we have other people who are now being followed so ruthlessly. That's the situation we are having in the country as of now. So as of now, Kenyans have been reminded that if there are people who disappeared in this country, to some extent, it was in the interest of to help some politicians. And of course, to some extent, you see the ICC issue, it also touches on the current president we are having as of now. So protect Kinoti, protect the Uhuru Kenyatta, and of course we have seen many people coming out to make noise on that. So when Ruto is trading on this issue, he should tread careful. And the perception he was advancing, definitely, Railaodinga is shedding out light. So that now Kenya will understand in which country they are, which people are involved in. The government we are having now is a continuation of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Because in 2013, the two people who were sworn in to take over office, it was Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. 2017, same two people. And in 2022, William Ruto, who was there twice, and then there's a new person, Rigathi Gachagua, who came in to help William Samoei Ruto. So this is a continuation. Ruto knows everything that was happening in this country. He is not clean. He is part of all the mistakes that happened in this country. Thank you.